Have you ever struggled to focus? Read a long paragraph but couldn't recall what it was about? Or found yourself mindlessly scrolling through social media for hours without actually absorbing anything? If so, you might be experiencing a problem that many people don't realize: brain rot, also known as digital decay. Brain rot doesn't mean your brain is literally rotting, but it describes how technology and short-form entertainment are eroding our ability to focus and think deeply. We are getting trapped in a cycle of distraction, gradually losing our capacity to focus, think critically, and retain information. Are you sure you're not a victim of brain rot? I have a challenge for you. Try to watch and listen to this podcast from start to finish without getting distracted. No checking your phone, no scrolling through social media, no switching to another piece of content. If you can do it, you might be fine, but if you cannot, well, you already know there's a problem. And what exactly is brain rot? How does it affect us? And most importantly, how can we break free from it? Let's dive in. Brain rot happens when you consume too much short, sensational, and high addictive content. You open TikTok intending to watch for 5 minutes, but suddenly an hour has passed. You binge watch show late into the night only to wake up the next morning feeling mentally drained and unable to focus. Fast, short, and easily digestible content gradually makes the brain lazy, impatient with anything that requires deep concentration, like reading books or learning new skills. Even our communicating is affected. We get used to responding with memes, emoji, and when it comes to expressing complex thoughts, we struggle. To understand what's happening, let's take a step back in time to the hunter and gathering era. Human brain evolved to focus on important things and filter out unnecessary distraction. When our ancestors found food or sensed dangers, the brain released dopamine to signals, "Pay attention, this matters." But fast forward to 2024, our brains still function the same way. Except now, instead of rare rewards, dopamine is triggered constantly by notifications, likes, and short videos. The brain can't distinguish between life and death signals and meaningless entertainment. This happens because our brain is always adapting to its environment. But the problem is with the rise of smartphones and social media, this adaptation is happening too fast. In other words, while our environment has changed at explosive speed, our brains still operate as if we are living in the Ice Age. In a world where attention is currency, we are increasingly manipulated by platforms designed to keep us hooked. In just over a decade, we have unknowingly rewired our brain to crave novelty, trapped in dopamine loop, trading our ability to focus and think deeply for instant gratification from fleeting and fragmental content. Brain rot doesn't just affect individuals, it has far-reaching consequences on society as a whole. As more people lose patience with long and complex content, our ability to think strategically, be creative, and solve problems decline. Major global challenges like climate change, AI, economic politics require deep analysis. If we can't focus long enough to read a serious research paper, how can we make the right decisions? If younger generations grow up in the environment filled with short, sensational, addictive content, their ability to absorb in-depth knowledge will suffer. We may become increasingly skilled at quick reaction, but we risk losing the patience and focus needed to create breakthroughs in science, art, and technology. Without awareness and adjustment, we may programming our brain in a way that make the future less productive and more easily manipulated than ever before. So, how to overcome brain rot? Fixing brain rot isn't just about reducing screen time or staying away from social media. More importantly, we need to retrain our brain to adapt to a different approach, a lifestyle that values focus and depth. The good news, our brain is highly adaptable. If we unintentionally train our brain to crave dopamine from endless scrolling, now we can also rewire it to regain our ability to concentrate. Step 1, awareness. The first step is to acknowledge the problem. We need to accept that declining focus is not just a natural occurrence, but a direct result of consuming fast, continuous, and shallow content. Only when we recognize this can we begin to make changes, and change won't happen overnight. It's like exercising after years of inactivity. Start small. If you struggle to read a book, try focusing to read for 5 minutes and then gradually increase to 10 or 20 minutes. If you can't work without checking your phone, place it out of reach and try to create uninterrupted time blocks for deep work. Step 2, reshaping your environment. The surroundings play a huge role in shaping your behavior. If your phone is always within reach, you will instinctively pick it up. But when you create barriers like placing your phone in another room, using website blockers, or turn off notifications, you can significantly reduce distractions. The key is to make focus the easiest option and make distraction more difficult. Balancing dopamine is essential. We've become accustomed to constant stimulation that even simple activities like reading a book or having a conversation can feel boring. One way to reset our brain is to spend time each day without any artificial stimulation. At first, this may feel uncomfortable, but over time, our brain will adjust, and even simple activities can feel engaging again. Neuroscientists have confirmed this. Reduced overstimulation can help restore deep focus. A key solution is to consume content consciously. Instead of passively scrolling through videos or news, let's take a moment to reflect. What did I just learn from this content? It is valuable. How does it connect to what I already know? Social media doesn't serve you. It only wants to keep you engaged. If you keep watching useless video, the algorithm will keep feeding more of it. Retrain it. Ignore bad content and engage with good content. Click not interest on junk videos. With valuable ones, like, comment, and subscribe. Be an active consumer. Don't let the algorithm control you. Change your brain before AI takes over. Do you remember the first time you used ChatGPT or Gemini? The feeling of amazement will happen again as AI grows even more powerful. But when that time comes, society will split into two groups. Those who use AI to enhance their thinking and those who become completely dependent on it. Before AI becomes too powerful, let's train your brain. Don't let technology weaken your thinking. Calculate mentally, write a sentence with correct grammar, articulate the thoughts on your own. Like muscles, your brain needs challenges to grow. Studies show that training memory and critical thinking can reshape your brain's structure. So use AI wisely as a tool to support, not replace, the intelligence. A holistic approach, body and mind. Brain rot isn't just about excessive phone use and social media scrolling. It also linked to how you care for your body. Diet matters. Sugar can damage brain functions. Studies show that junk food can accelerate cognitive decline. Eat food rich in omega-3, antioxidants, and B vitamins can support brain health. Exercise boosts the brain power. Physical activity increases the size of the hippocampus, the brain's memory and learning center. People who exercise regularly have better cognitive function. Learn new skills. We often scroll mindlessly out of boredom. Solution: fill your free time with meaningless activities. Learn to code, play a musical instrument, start gardening or pick up a new language. anything that pulls you away from useless content and helps you grow. So, the key here is a comprehensive approach. Reduce distraction, nurture your brain, and train your body. It isn't easy, but you can do it. Congratulations, you have made it to the end of this podcast, which means your focus is not as bad as you might think. This is also the first step of your journey to nourishing your brain in this era of brain rot. Now don't immediately jump to another video or content. Stay away from the screen, take a deep breath, drink a glass of water, meet someone or go for a walk. Enjoy real life even if it seems boring and simple, because these moments are what truly nourish your mind and help you regain control over your brain. Thank you for listening and see you the next podcast.